And even though I know he's wrong,
that shit. That was fucked up.
Even if I know he's wrong, I mean, again, on the plantation, what did they do? They took the strongest one out, beat him, made a show of him, so the other ones didn't rise up, right?
Yeah,
that's parallel to that situation in that scene.
God damn. Because we talk about the tragedy that happened to CJ, and we'll get to that, and then even the tragedy that happened to Waters, which we've already talked about. Wilkie was fucking collateral damage. He went to jail for this shit. He
went to jail.
And all he was doing was following orders.
Oh, yep.
He liked CJ.
Yes.
Literally liked him and never wanted to call CJ harm. He following Waters' orders and he ends up going to jail. Man, I was mad when I seen that part. He was like,
it's a cold world.
Arrest Wilkie.
Right.
I'm like, Wilkie was following orders.
Right. But it was Wilkie's duty to protect CJ.
Correct. Mm-hmm. You are. I'm glad you cleared that up. Duty was protect CJ. Right. So Davenport interviews Cobb, which is David Allen Greer's character, and find out that they were best friends. They were really good friends. And Cobb tells Davenport that CJ went crazy in jail.
Yeah. He
started talking to himself and just it drove him crazy. A farm boy is not used to being 6x6. You know, even CJ said, man, I can't even see the sun no more. Like,
I try to sing, but the word that don't come out no more.
Nothing comes out.
Yeah. CJ, you're talking crazy. See, that's the other bad part of this movie. I can quote and do everybody. I can quote and do everybody. You're talking crazy.
CJ eventually kills himself, commits suicide. All the black soldiers in protest throw the last baseball game. Yeah. Had they won that game, they could have played the New York Yankees. But that's how serious that shit was. He's like, fuck the Yankees. We're not going to win a game for Waters and Taylor when y'all allowed this to happen to CJ, knowing that he never had the damn gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they threw it. I guess CJ told Cobb when Waters came to see him, the conversation they had, and that was one of the deepest conversations in the entire fucking movie.
Pivotal.
He explained exactly why he did what he did to CJ.
It all came to head. Yeah.
He said, I grew up with dudes like you from the South.
Yeah.
Dancing around, making white people feel good, showing your teeth, singing.
Yes, a bossing.
Yes, a bossing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was on, I want to say he said 3 different bases. He's like, I got rid of 2 over here.
Got
2 Geechees over here.
1 in Fort Huachuca.
1 over here. 3 over here. And he said, now I got you.
I got you.
I was like,
that's it.
That was evil, bro.
Yeah.
That was pure evilness. Yeah. He said, now I got you. And that's when CJ, you look at CJ's eyes, he was like, I'm fucked.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yep, I'm done.
Even CJ, the country ass boy CJ understood.
Right.
He was done.
It was over. Yeah.
When the sergeant said, now I got you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand why Waters felt the way he felt. He seriously felt like guys from the South that were like CJ set the race back.
Set it back. And we got to give Waters a little bit of credit too, and I'm glad they highlighted how did he get this way in his first place. But he always talked about his dad.
His dad.
He said, my daddy shoved coal from the back of a truck his whole life. Mm-hmm. He couldn't read or write, but made sure we didn't. Mm-hmm. But he said we had to get rid of people like CJ. He said, don't say here or don't say huh. Say here. Say, all these things that he was correct. He was right. He was groomed because his dad thought that same way he did, that the white establishment, the classism, what he was supposed to reach had to look this way.
Yeah. To be accepted. And
yes.
respected as a black man, you had to move this way. And he felt like dudes like CJ just threw us backwards with the yes sir, no sir. You always singing and dancing and stuff like that. But in actuality, guys like CJ just want to be happy. They don't really want to bother nobody.
They're not trying to impress nobody. CJ was authentically him.
He was just him. He was a country boy from the farm.
That's it.
He couldn't really help that he talked that way.
That's what he knew. That's all he knew.
Like I said, his grandparents were probably slaves.
Right. They were. Yeah, they were.
They were slaves. So his mentality, yes, it could have been a slave mentality, but what can he do about it? That's who raised him.
You're from where you're from. That's the environment.
But it was that scene where Waters was talking to CJ. You can it was just such a dope scene. Even cinematically, how they shot the facial expressions and stuff, you could just see the hatred that Sergeant Waters
Pure
had
hatred.
for CJ.
Pure hatred.
Hated that boy.
And the other part of the dialogue that fueled it, because when he talked about, remember, because he told CJ about the Cafe Napoleon.
Yeah. Oh,
he told him about the Cafe Napoleon,
part,
right?
The monkey scene.
But he didn't tell him all that part. But he just said, "Yeah, I used to listen to good music outside in France at the Cafe Napoleon." But then when he told CJ the real story, he said, "Yeah, they paid one of us to put a tail on his back and eat bananas in front of all them white girls and called him king of the monkeys." And that enraged Waters so bad.
Ooh, that was deep.
It was deep. He said, and Waters also said, "We killed him."
Yeah. He said, "Do you know?"
Or unalived him.
This right. This was another deep part about it. He said, "Do you know?" Right before we slit that fool's throat, he asked us, "What did he do wrong?"
What did he do wrong?
I said, "God," I said, "Waters ain't no fucking joke."
Yeah.
If you making the black race look wrong in any way, he's killing your ass.
Yeah, you got to go.
He's not playing around at all.
Right, you got
his
to go.
assignment is his assignment. And whether it came from this teaching from his dad or whether it's something he learned as he got older, his assignment was his assignment. Get rid of all Geechees.
Eradicate.
And get them out of there because they were bad for the black race and they were hurting the black race moving forward.
Yep.
Moving forward. That was deep. That scene was deep. That scene was deep, deep, deep. I want to say it was close to the last, because he said the last thing he said, "Now I got you." But before he said that, he said, "One less fool for the race to be ashamed of."
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
And I think that's when they showed CJ's face like, "Oh, fuck."
Right.
He was not ever let me out of jail.
Yeah, this man got me.
He got me. I'll let him put me in here because he hit him.
Yeah, he set him up.
Which got him there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when he can finally realize. But that scene was so important because you just saw the hatred.
Yeah.
You saw all the years of hatred going back to when Sergeant Waters was a kid.
Yeah.
The stuff.
All of it. Yeah, it was the culmination of it all.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like he really hates black people that are like CJ. Not like Peterson.
Right.
But CJ specifically, guys from the South.
Yep.
So Davenport goes into the captain's quarters. Was it